Welcome back, y'all. Pokey Lambo here, and today we are going over our 2025 Pokemon collection and investments. And as you can see here, we're using our collector app to enter in all of our sealed product and our cards. And we are up 6%, and this is adding nothing to our 2025 portfolio. And it's pretty nice to see that our investments are already starting to go up. And we'll review our sealed and card collection, and we'll see the winners versus the losers. So right now we have our Phantasmal Flames booster box, and it's up 8%. So it's looking pretty good. Phantasmal definitely is being held up by that Charizard, and it's an excellent card and probably one of the best Charizards, arguably. And next is our Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box, and this is up over 9% there. And this one also, I think, arguably has one of the best Umbreons. So definitely one that you should have been collecting and stacking as much prismatic as possible. There's still a little bit of opportunity there, but we're going to have to just wait and see how high and how fast it goes up. And next here we have our 151 booster bundles, and we were able to pick up 3 of these, and they're almost at 150. And I'm considering if I should offload maybe 1 or 2 of these once it hits 150, just to kind of rotate into something else. But we'll see, because we were able to pick these up at MSRP. So once we 5x our money, something like the booster bundles, they're not super exclusive, so I'm more than willing to offload something or a product, especially where it's not very exclusive, but it's something that you should always consider taking some profits, especially when you've kind of hit that 5x to 10x mark. So depending on how confident you are in the product, 151 is a great product, but for me, the cards values and the singles aren't really there for me to justify holding on to the booster bundles for very long, but stuff like the ETBs are definitely worth holding on to. Next up is our Phantasmal Flames Elite Trainer boxes, our box, and it is up 10%. It's just the regular one, and I wanted to pick up more of these, but I think that they have a pretty good chance of reprinting a lot of these. So we're definitely chilling out for now, because I don't really want to pay $9 for or $90 for the ETB, but I think it's one of the better looking ETBs so far in the Mega Block. So great to see it going up. It's an awesome set. Next up is our Black Bolt Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. This is up just over 3%, and anytime you're able to pick up those Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes on the Pokemon Center website, definitely worth it. Buying them on the secondary market is pretty tough. I'd only pick those up if you're really convinced that set is worth investing into for 5 to 10 years, because you'll be sitting on it for a while, especially if you pick it up at this price to really double or triple the value there. And our Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, this one's up 3%, and we're almost at 200. So this one, I think, is definitely one of those that I'm planning on holding for a long time. So not looking to offload anytime soon, but really happy to see those climbing up, and that Charizard X is just so great. Our Unova 2-pack blisters are up 25%. Those took a little hit there last month. So Fusion Strike is starting to come back. I'm surprised some of the product is still going down a little bit. And Sword and Shield in general, like I've said in the past, I'm not super interested in Sword and Shield. And if you are, you might be able to pick up some Fusion Strike. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Our White Flare Pokemon Center Late Trainer box is up 3%. And this set, along with Black Bolt, is very interesting. There's a lot of speculation if this won't see much of a reprint. So it's one of those sets that I would say is pretty safe in that block to probably more confidently invest into at a higher price because it might not see a reprint. So definitely be aware of that. And it is a very unique set, and it's pretty niche. So reselling it in the future might be difficult. So keep that in mind if you're going to be picking up and investing in heavily into that set. Next up, we have our 151 poster collection, and I actually really like this one with the starters. So if I didn't already have some 151, I would definitely be buying these. $53 isn't terrible, considering that the pack price, if it does hit like $15, $20. It's definitely reasonable to, at some point, to see these hit maybe $100, just because it does have those initial or the Gen 1 starters in there. So a lot of nostalgia, and I think that you could actually see a good investment return on those 151 poster collections, and they are pretty displayable, and the box is pretty unique. So I would consider picking these up at that price if you're not already invested in a 151. And then the Prismatic Evolution Booster Bundle is up almost 5%, and that's insane considering we just got a quote unquote reprint, but those booster bundles not being sealed in I think it was the Sam's Club drop, was pretty diabolical and definitely not helping bring it down. Unfortunately, I was hoping that it would push it down to $50, $60 so that way I could pick up more of those, but unfortunately they were not. So we're up in the $70 range. So not really looking to invest into more of those, but it's nice to see our investments here climbing. And that is our top sealed. So we'll swap over to our cards. This Groudon EX from uh, my childhood opening period is up 13%. So I'm really happy to see Groudon getting some love. I don't know why people like to hate on Groudon, but he's definitely one of my favorite legendaries. So I'm hyped to see that pushing up and getting some love. 151 Bulbasaur is almost at $60 and up almost 20%. And that's just the 151 rotating out here pretty soon. And I mean, it should be, is it this month or next month? So definitely starting to see these run. Pretty cool. It's not my favorite art, but it's definitely, I like it more than the Venusaur. And we have our Mew here, the ultra rare shiny Mew at $26, up 10%. And same thing, the set is rotating out. So starting to see these go up, and it's a nice looking card. I'd probably send both of these off to be graded at some point, but I'm just not really focused on that right now. And our Muck, also from the same period of opening as our Groudon there, up 11%. So we're starting to see some of the older cards move up, pretty cool. And that's from Legend Makers. And our Pikachu Scarlet and Violet promo is up 10%. And that kind of, there's just like a little bit of a, feels like another FOMO into the promo cards right now. And so we'll probably see a lot more of these promos running up. Team Rocket's Petrol, we touched on this last time. It's a playable card, so it's just continuing to kind of go up and down. So nothing to read there, but it's only here because I'm trying to master set Destined Rivals, but I don't think that's going to happen considering that Destined Rivals is already getting really heavily focused on right now. So we'll see moving forward. We got our Shining Magikarp here from Celebrations, up almost 4%. So 25th, it's kind of been going up and down lately. So it's always safe to invest into those now before it goes crazy with the 30th. And our Bulbasaur Mega Evolution Stamped is up almost 10%. And it's just a really good promo, especially with being a SIR from the Mega Evolution set. So can't go wrong with picking up more of these, and I'm very curious to see how high this one will go, especially with it being a Gen 1 starter. And it's a nice little lineup here. I mean, you can see, most of these are Gen 1 Pokemon that are pumping right now. So I definitely think that's kind of a sign that right now, if you are looking to sell or buy and then flip, like right now is a great time to capitalize on Gen 1 Pokemon because they are definitely doing very well right now. Our Ultra Rare Blastoise and Charizard are also going up, and I honestly like this Charizard more than the SIR from 151. So I'm going to send these both in to get graded at some point just because I do love me some Charizard and Blastoise, and I'm trying to get the ultra rare of Venusaur, but I'm not super like pressed for it right now, just because Venusaur isn't as popular. We made a video about best Venusaurs, and no one cares. So it's definitely these two that matter the most. The videos that I made about the best Charizard and Blastoise are doing fantastic, but poor Venusaur just never gets love, and it kind of reflects in the art that Pokemon puts out too, because he definitely does not get drawn very well. And those are our winners for the month. And now let's go over some of our losers. We have our Guardian Rising Elite Trainer box. It pumped up there for a while, but now it's back down just over $300. And this one, I'm really just waiting for it to hit $500, and then I'll probably try to trade it into like a set booster box that I really like. So we'll see. It might be a while, but Sun and Moon, pretty scarce stuff, but the set isn't amazing, but it does have a Sylveon in it. So maybe if the EVs start pumping again, we'll see. The regular White Flare Elite Trainer box is actually down 5%, and that's just because Black Bolt is definitely the more popular of the set, and I think in the long run, though, that this one will perform well, just because I don't think they are going to print a ton of White Flare and Black Bolt. So definitely one of those plays. Well, we'll see. I got 3 of them on deck, so worst comes to worst, it'll just sit for years, and hopefully at some point there's a remake of the game. So we'll definitely see. Our Mega Evolution Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box with the Lucario is down 2%, so nothing too crazy. Our Charizard EX collection is down just about 1%, so nothing crazy. Surging Sparks barely down. Our Mega Evolutions with the Kangaskhan is down 1.5%, and that doesn't really matter. The best thing this thing has going for it is it does potentially have Destin Rivals booster packs in it. So if you're looking to get something with Destin Rivals, I feel like this is a good play, just because right now Destin Rivals is one of those sets, but I don't know if with the newer sets coming out, if Destin Rivals is going to matter that much to be like, oh my gosh, it has Destin Rivals in here, I need to get it. So I don't think it's going to be like a evolutions, or yeah, the one with the Rayquaza in it from Sword and Shield, whatever, Evo Skies. I don't think it's going to be that level of like you need to run out and buy everything with Destin Rivals in it. So we have our League Battle deck with Mew VMAX. I really like this one just because it's Mew. Usually I don't really buy battle decks or that kind of stuff, but these are just sitting around so much at Walmart that eventually I was like, why not? I might as well just pick them up. And I think I got them for $30. Yeah, $32. So even with them being down a little bit, I mean, I'm still up, and these are definitely a long hold. And if they don't really go up much and the singles do, I might crack them up and out and try to grade some of them. So I just like Mew, and we'll see how these do. Yeah, I have 10 of them, but they were sitting for so long, and I had to pick them up. I couldn't resist. And then we got our Paradox Rift booster packs are down a little bit, and yeah, this set, I mean, it has great art in it and stuff, but no one really cares. It's not the best set. So one of those, if you can get it at MSRP before it goes out of rotation, you might even see some here in the next year or so. Even though it's out of rotation, these packs do end up getting worked into other products. So it would be worth picking up. I mean, yeah, I have 12 of them, so whatever, it is what it is. But I like Groudon, so that's why I'm pretty sure Groudon's on this one. So then let's move on to our losers in the singles. Our Blastoise 9.5 is down almost 30%, but yeah, Celebrations is just up and down right now. Our Mega Charizard X Ultra Rare is down 13%. I'm sure that's just because there's a ton of them getting opened. And then our Wobbuffet from Power Keepers is down 38%. I don't know why he pumped. Maybe that's just part of the whole Destin Rivals Team Rocket thing going on. People were just trying to grab anything. Team Rocket's Moltres down 5%. I'm sure it's just more and more people are buying these. There's a lot of them getting open, so nothing new there. Our Gengar's down 1%, so not too much. Our Ends Reshiram down 7%. The Oricorio is down 10%. And then the Meloetta is down 2.5% from Black Bolt, and the Piplup is down 8%. And $10 for this card, I think, is pretty good. I love Piplup, and this is probably one of my favorite IRs from Phantasmal, and I think it goes really well with the Dawn SIR. So keep an eye on that one. And then last we have Ethan's Adventure is down 2%. So one of the few things from Destined Rivals that is going down right now, and it's not really that much is down that much. So it's really one of those times where it's kind of not really a buyer's market. And I think that as we get further into this year, I think it's going to turn more and more into a time to sell kind of a market. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it, and we'll keep you posted if I end up selling anything. And I think it's definitely smart to take profits as this bull run really continues to go. And let me know what you guys are doing, if you're buying or selling, if you're bullish or bearish, because I definitely think that we have another solid year of a bull run, especially now that the new Pokemon game is delayed until 2027, because I think that indicates to me that Pokemon is really going to try to keep the nostalgia going, and they're going to really try to bank on all the 30, 40-year-old Pokemon fans, and they're going to try to extract as much money as possible to invest into the future of Pokemon. So we will definitely see how it goes, and we'll talk to you next month on how our investments from 2025 are going. And appreciate you guys watching, and leave a comment, like the video, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.